In just a few moments, the President of the United States will pass over this exact spot. The crowd has gathered, the roads are sealed, everything looks calm, but the reality could be far from it. Closer still, a manhole cover sits undisturbed. Underneath it, carefully rigged explosives wait in silence. And just a few hundred feet down the route, a black van with tinted windows is parked too perfectly. Inside, someone is preparing a weapon designed to take down armored vehicles, a rocket launcher. A few blocks away, high in the shadowed window, a sniper loads his rifle, adjusting the scope to the intersection below. 3 threats, all set to strike. And yet the motorcade will pass through this gauntlet completely untouched. They are plausible scenarios that the United States Secret Service must account for every single time the president travels. You'll learn how radio frequencies are blocked to stop bombed at, why the president's exact location inside the motorcade is a mystery, and how even advanced weaponry like heat-seeking missiles are rendered useless. Every route, every window, every parked vehicle, nothing is left to chance. Dozens of motorcycles known as sweepers rush in, spreading out to block every alley and intersection. These officers are fast, aggressive, and trained to spot danger in motion. They form the mobile perimeter that clears the road ahead of time because once the president enters the scene, there's no margin for error. These are not the plot points of a Hollywood movie. This is the untold story of one of the most secure operations in the world. The presidential motorcade. As the advanced cars cruise over it, the operator watches and waits, finger on the trigger. The bomb is silent. Ready? Deadly. The first vehicle to appear is not the president's, it's the Rucara sleek, unmarked vehicle driven by elite agents. The first threat is erased without a single person needing to react. Its job is simple. Check that the road ahead is safe and exactly as planned. On its roof, an array of antennas pumps out powerful radio interference, blanketing the area in a wall of static. This is known as barrage jamming, a technique that disables remote signals by overwhelming them with noise. Any deviation, construction cones, an illegally parked car, a bystander, to close scan trigger an instant response. Just seconds behind, the pilot car follows, reinforcing that first sweep. From the outside, you can't tell which one the commander-in-chief is in. Not even trained observers can spot the difference. That decision who rides in which is kept secret until the last possible moment. Inside are the president's most trusted Secret Service agents, handpicked for their experience, reflexes, and dedication. These agents are more than bodyguards. They are the president's last line of defense. If chaos breaks out, they don't run, they shield. Together, they're the front line, scanning for anything out of place. These agents are equipped with heavy weaponry, tactical gear, and clear rules of engagement. While the halfback protects, Cat retaliates. Their job is to find and suppress the source of an attack fast and with overwhelming force. In this video, we'll walk you through this fictional but highly realistic scenario to show you how each threat would be neutralized. Reinforced SUVs, unmarked cars, and blacked-out limousines glide forward in perfect formation. But the real mystery is still ahead. Why are there so many cars? What's inside the beast? How do they keep the president alive in a worst-case scenario? We're going to break it all down, car by car, tactic by tactic, because while these threats are imaginary, the strategies to stop them are not. But they're not alone. Suddenly, a roar of engines echoes down the street, and yet, some threats aren't visible. Beneath a manhole cover just 100 yards ahead lies a bomb wired for remote detonation, but it never gets the chance to go off. That's because one of the next vehicles in the convoy is the electronic countermeasure Suburban, a rolling fortress of invisible tech. As the Suburban crosses the danger zone, the bomber activates the trigger. Nothing. The signal is swallowed whole before it reaches the device. The explosion never happens. Behind the ECM Suburban, the main body of the motorcade follows. Where is the president? Which car is his? And what happens if someone finds out? The answers lie in the next phase of the motorcade, the part designed not just to transport the president, but to make him nearly impossible to kill. At the center of the motorcade is the most heavily protected vehicle on Earth known, unofficially, the Beast. But here's the catch. There are 2 of them, to confuse would-be attackers. The Secret Service deploys 2 identical presidential limousines, each custom-built to the same exact specifications. Surrounding these twin tanks is a protective bubble of elite security. Directly behind the Beast is a vehicle known as the Following the halfback is the counter-assault team, or CAT. Trailing close behind are the control and support cars. These carry high-level security staff, White House advisors, and even the president's personal doctor. Wherever the president travels, a trauma-trained physician is just seconds away. In case of injury, emergency medical care begins instantly. But up ahead, danger is waiting. The second threat, a sniper, is hidden in a high-rise apartment. He's been in position for hours, weapon-steady eyes locked on the convoy. He sees the limousines, 2 identical machines, but he thinks he knows which one holds the target. He takes a breath adjusts his aim, and squeezes the trigger. The bullet slams into glass but doesn't break it. No one flinches, because the beast isn't a Karitsa tank in disguise. Its windows are layered with bulletproof glass and polycarbonate. The doors are armored. In front of the world's cameras, the president was assassinated. A raised seat cushion made Kennedy more prominent to cheering crowds. The convertible roof could be fully removed. It was equipped with luxurious heating and air conditioning, lights, sirens, and two-way radios. But in terms of defense, it was as vulnerable as a family car. His limousine, elegant and modern, offered almost no protection. No longer would presidents ride exposed in the name of charm and optimism. It had no armor, no bulletproof glass, not even a roof. It's a rolling symbol of resilience, caution, and hard-earned wisdom. The cabin is sealed off from chemical or biological attacks. A moving reminder of what can happen when a nation's most guarded figure is left vulnerable. At first glance, the beast might look like an elongated luxury sedan, but make no mistake, this isn't just a car. The windows, 5 inches, made from multiple layers of bulletproof glass and polycarbonate. They're so heavy, only the driver's window opens, and even then, only a few inches. The entire vehicle is hermetically sealed, designed to protect against chemical, biological, and radiological attacks. The fuel tank is coated with foam to prevent combustion. It's believed to carry electrified door handles, capable of delivering a non-lethal shock to stop unwanted entry. And if a threat becomes visible, its strength comes from being part of a perfectly orchestrated system. The presidential motorcade, protected by jammer vehicles, counter-assault teams, surveillance cars, and medical staff. The beast becomes one impenetrable layer in a greater whole. The beast can unleash an infrared smoke screen, concealing the car from heat-seeking weapons and line of sight for attackers. It's a moving stronghold. The tires can run even when shredded, and the president completely unharmed. Beneath its sleek limousine-like shell is a heavy-duty truck platform, needed to support the incredible weight of its armor and onboard systems. The vehicle weighs over 15,000 pounds, making it heavier than a fully loaded Humvee. The interior holds encrypted satellite communications, allowing the president to connect directly to military command even while under siege. It includes emergency oxygen tanks, panic buttons, a secure intercom system, and even blood bags of the president's Type 4 rapid transfusions, if needed. Another threat? Eliminated. But the most dangerous test still lies ahead. Because 2 blocks away, someone is arming a rocket. The reason all of this exists: the armor, the decoys. The countermeasures can be traced back to one moment in history. November 22, 1963, Dallas, Texas. President John F. Kennedy was riding in an open-top Continental when shots rang out in Dealey Plaza. Bulletproof glass replaced the standard windows. The convertible top was sealed permanently. Even the tires were upgraded for better protection. The vehicle had been modified for visibility and comfort. That day changed everything. After the assassination, the same car designated SS-100X was sent back to Ford. There, it was extensively rebuilt. Armor plating was added to the frame. The transformation wasn't just mechanical, it was symbolic. America had shifted from the idealism of the early 60s into a more defensive era. Visibility now took a backseat to survival. That evolution continues today in the design of the beast, a vehicle built not just to drive, but to defend against bullets, explosives, and chemical attacks. The presidential motorcade is a response to history. And that's why today no threat is too far-fetched, no scenario too unlikely. Because in this line of work, being overprepared is the only option. The current version entered service in 2018, custom built by General Motors. It was engineered from the ground up with one purpose: survival. The armor plating on the doors is 8 inches thick. Step inside, and it's more than just seats and switches. But defensive capability goes beyond armor. The beast is equipped with run-flat tires that keep going, even when punctured or its ability to vanish into its own smoke and keep rolling under fire, ISNT, just impressive. It is vital. But even with all this, the beast doesn't protect the president alone. Every bolt, every antenna, every feature is built for one mission: keep the president alive. And now, that mission is about to be tested in the most direct way possible. Because just 2 blocks ahead, a man is stepping out of a van with a rocket launcher in hand. 2 blocks away, a black van idles quietly near the edge of a restricted intersection. Its windows are tinted, its license plates are fake. And inside, a man is preparing for a strike that could change history. He's holding a rocket-propelled grenade launcher. As the rumble of the presidential motorcade grows louder, he positions himself near the rear doors, counting the seconds. This isn't a random act. It's calculated. He knows where the president is likely to be center of the motorcade, flanked by defensive vehicles, surrounded by decoys. But even with all that, if he can land just one direct hit, he thinks he can stop the beast. He flings open the door, steps out, raises the launcher, and then everything vanishes. But this isn't just for show. This is infrared smoke, a countermeasure designed not only to blind human attackers, but to confuse heat-seeking and laser-guided systems. With a loud pop, a dense gray cloud bursts from the side of the motorcade. It spreads quickly, enveloping the center vehicles. Inside the cloud, heat signatures blur. Visual tracking is impossible. Even advanced guidance systems fail to lock on. Support vehicles reposition, cutting off the line of sight. Agents deploy in the direction of the threat. And from within the smoke, the two presidential limousines split, each heading in different directions, one of them carrying the commander-in-chief. The attacker hesitates, tries to adjust, but it's too late. The convoy is already reacting. The beast accelerates into a defensive escape pattern. A side street opens up, cleared by sweepers just moments earlier. The real limousine slips through. Invisible, untouched. From bombs hidden underground to snipers in distant windows and rocket launchers on quiet streets, every threat in this fictional scenario was extreme, and yet the systems in place handled them all. By the time the smoke clears, the motorcade is gone. It's a system designed for the unthinkable, refined through decades of drills, failures, and upgrades. Each car serves a specific role, whether it's clearing the route, jamming signals, delivering medical care, or shielding the president. Together, they operate as one synchronized unit, a White House on wheels. Because when the president travels, the mission isn't just to arrive, it's to survive under any circumstance. The attacker never gets to fire, and if he had, he would have hit nothing but smoke and steel. But in reality, every piece is calculated, every movement rehearsed, every second protected. This is the pinnacle of presidential defense, not just layered protection, but active counterattack and escape strategy, all executed in seconds. In this scenario, the worst nearly happened, but in the world of the Secret Service, nearly isn't close enough. The beast survives, the president escapes, and the nation's leadership remains unshaken. That's what makes the presidential motorcade so remarkable. It's not just the armor or the number of vehicles, it's the strategy. To an outsider, the sheer size of the convoy may seem excessive. It's a reflection not just of America's technological capability, but of its belief that leadership is worth protecting at all costs. And while the threats may be hypothetical in this video, the precautions are very real. If you found this breakdown fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more high-impact stories just like this one. Thanks for watching and stay curious.